Welcome back friends. In this video we are going to discuss about the master gland, which is a pituitary gland, and the hormones secreted by pituitary gland. Let's see the functions of those hormones also. So first of all we will study about the let me give just heading: pituitary gland. So pituitary gland is located in the bony cavity, located in bony cavity called sella turcica. So in the head region, here is your hypothalamus, and pituitary gland is attached with the hypothalamus with the stalk. Okay, and that bony cavity, which the pituitary gland is located, it's called as sella turcica. So this one name you have to remember. Then suppose this is your hypothalamus. So this is the stalk on which pituitary gland is located. So here is your pituitary gland, and it is divided. This is pituitary gland. It is divided into two regions called first is the adenohypophysis. This is adenohypophysis, and this is neurohypophysis, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. Then adenohypophysis is again divided into two regions called, this first one is called as the anterior pituitary. Okay, this is also called as the pars distalis, also called as the anterior pituitary. Okay, this is pars distalis, and this is called pars intermedia. So this part is divided into two subdivisions called pars distalis and pars intermedia. Pars distalis is commonly called as anterior pituitary, although the pars intermedia is almost merged with the pars distalis in humans. Then this region is called as the neurohypophysis, but also called as the pars nervosa. So the pituitary gland is basically divided into three regions. This region is of the anterior pituitary, pars distalis, and pars intermedia. And this region is called as the neurohypophysis or pars nervosa, or the posterior pituitary. Okay. So anterior pituitary, adenohypophysis, pars distalis; posterior pituitary, neurohypophysis, and also called as the pars nervosa. So these things you have to remember about the anatomy of the pituitary gland. Let's see about the hormones which is secreted by these regions of the pituitary gland. Let me just erase this and then we will start. Okay, so pituitary gland is divided into three regions. This is pars distalis, this is pars intermedia, and this is pars nervosa. This is also called as the anterior pituitary. This is also called as a posterior pituitary. Okay, so let's study the hormones secreted by each and every region of the pituitary gland. So first is pars distalis. Pars distalis secretes most of the hormones secreted by pituitary gland. The total 6 hormones you have to remember here. The first one is the prolactin. The second is the TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Then third is the follicle stimulating hormone. Fourth is the luteinizing hormone. Fifth is the adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH. And the sixth one is, so first is prolactin, then TSH, then also FSH, LH, and ACTH, and growth hormone. Okay. Prolactin, thyroid stimulating hormone; FSH, follicle stimulating hormone; LH, luteinizing hormone; ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone; and GH for growth hormone. These six hormones are secreted by the pars distalis region. Then pars intermedia secretes only one hormone called the MSH, melanocyte uh, stimulating hormone. The pars nervosa secretes two hormones which are basically produced by the hypothalamus but secreted by pars nervosa, called oxytocin. Second is the vasopressin, also called as ADH, antidiuretic hormone. So these six, seven, eight, nine hormones are secreted by the pituitary gland, which is a master gland of body, which are responsible for the secretion of the other hormones secreted by various glands present in the body. So let me just talk about their functions. These hormones function in a short manner. First is the we will study the growth hormone first because it is given in the NCERT. It is the first hormone of the pituitary gland. Uh, if we go by the sequence given in the NCERT. So GH is the growth hormone responsible to maintain your growth of the body. So if it is excessively secreted, so it will lead to the gigantism, and it is mostly seen in adults. If it happens during the adult age, it will be called as the acromegaly. So excessive secretion of growth hormone will cause acromegaly, which leads to the severe disfigurement of the face. So the face of that person will be enlarged and flat, and the body will grow and grow. It will be unable to stop the growth of the that person who is suffering from the acromegaly. And if it is unchecked, then it can cause to the death. Then prolactin is a hormone which is responsible for the uh, growth of the mammary glands. So mammals have mammary glands which produces milk after the parturition or delivery of the baby for the nourishment of the baby. So prolactin is secreted by in females, which is causing the growth of their mammary glands, the growth of the breast, and the formation of milk in those mammary glands for the nourishment of the baby. Prolactin, lactin, you can remember in milk there is a lactose sugar. So from lactose you can remember prolactin, and which are responsible for the production of milk. And second is the growth of the mammary gland. Then TSH for thyroid stimulating hormone, which is responsible to secrete thyroid hormones from your thyroid gland. Then FSH and LH are also called as gonadotropins. Gonadotropins are the hormones which are uh, which regulates your gonads. So males we have testes, and in females they have ovaries, right? So LH and FSH responsible for the regulation of your gonadal activities. Males in testes in males and ovaries in females. So what are their functions? If we talk about LH in males, LH means luteinizing hormone secreted by your Pars distal is region of the pituitary gland which is responsible for secretion of androgen hormone in the testis. And androgen and FSH both will help in the formation of sperms. So they will regulate the spermatogenesis process. FSH and LH in males. In females, LH responsible for the ovulation of the mature Graafian follicle in the ovaries. So we all know that in females, they start to prepare their ovum, or we can say ovarian follicles, when they are in the womb of their mother, females. So after they reaches to the puberty, this restarts this process, and they gets their first period during first period. So before 14 days earlier, the ovulation happens. We all know that we have studied in the menstrual cycle topic. So this is LH is responsible for the ovulation, which means ovum comes out of the ovaries and comes into the ovarian, the oviduct path, right? So LH is responsible for ovulation. Just remember in one sentence. The FSH is responsible for the growth of the immature follicles. So it will help in the maturation of the ovarian follicles, right? So that's why the name is follicle stimulating hormone. So this is the function of LH and FSH. Then ACTH, the adrenocorticotropic hormone, basically helps in the release of glucocorticoids from the adrenal cortex. We will study its function in the later videos. We have already talked about growth hormone. Then melanocyte MSH is secreted by pars intermedia, which acts on the melanocyte, which means the skin cells containing the melanin pigment, and helps in the pigmentation of the skin. The pars nervosa secretes two hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin. Oxytocin is responsible for the contraction of smooth muscles of your body. So in females, basically they are, whenever they are pregnant, and after the 9 months, in the vigorous, it happens, the uterus, the middle layer of the uterus is made up of the muscles, smooth muscles. So for the delivery of the baby, those muscles should be contracted. So this oxytocin helps in the contraction of the uterus muscles, which is present in the middle layer, which is called as the myometrium, right? So myometrium has smooth muscles. So for the contraction of those smooth muscles, this oxytocin helps. Then also in the release of the milk from the breast, it will be helping oxytocin. So it is helping in the contraction of the smooth muscle. Vasopressin is also called as ADH, which means anti-diuresis hormone. So diuresis means uh, the loss of water, right? So it works on the kidneys. So kidneys has nephrons, and nephrons has the distal convoluted tubule. If you don't know what is distal convoluted tubule, just go and watch my nephron video. You will get the what I'm saying about it. So I have talked about ADH in that video, but if you are watching my video first time, let me just give the hint. The ADH helps in the reabsorption of water and electrolyte from the distal convoluted tubule in the nephron, which is normally is not happening. So whenever your body needs to conserve the water, ADH will help to conserve the water, and it will prevent the loss of loss of water through the urine. That's why we are calling it as anti-diuresis hormone, right? Some people have do not have really they do not release so much of vasopressin, so that's why they release or lost so much of water through their urine, which is called as a diabetes insipidus. Okay, so these are the hormones secreted by pituitary gland and their functions. So I hope I have covered all the topics in the NCERT. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. We will meet in the next video by studying more glands of your endocrine system. Till then, goodbye, good night.